Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining this really quick tutorial or webinar or whatever you want to call it, all about marketing funnels. My name is Nicole Powell. You may not see me on screen, but I'm so excited to have you here and to explain marketing funnels to all of you. Now, marketing funnels are so important, especially for small business owners that don't necessarily have the huge budgets of large corporations. You can, in fact, have a marketing funnel in place for your business, even if you're a solopreneur. It is really important to get a grasp of what a marketing funnel is because it is a key component to you not only getting new customers, but also to retaining them. Now, in my experience working with a lot of small businesses, this is something that you either don't know much about or struggle with understanding, which is really important to note because it is something that is going to move the needle for your business if you know the ins and outs of a key marketing funnel. Okay, so let's get started. So what is a marketing funnel? Essentially, a marketing funnel describes the customer or client's journey with your business. So this is a roadmap or a bird's eye view of the journey and that you want your customer or client to take from meeting you all the way down to becoming your loyal customer or advocate. So it is really important to understand the key stopping points or the key phases within a marketing funnel to make sure that you have marketing tactics in place, running smoothly, getting you the return that you want, because all of that is eventually going to lead to a loyal customer base and referrals. And that is ultimately the thing that you want for your business, that you have customers, they keep coming back to you, and they are loyal advocates sharing your business, your products, your services with others. So that is the key kind of dream. That is the goal for any business. Now let's talk about finding your happily ever after with a marketing funnel. So I actually like to describe marketing funnels using dating apps as an analogy. So let's call this the app dating game. So as you can see here on the left, these are the different levels of the marketing funnel, phases you can call it. So there are a ton of different variations of the marketing funnel. This one that I've picked out here has awareness, consideration, conversion, loyalty, and advocacy as part of the funnel. You might see simpler funnels that really just focus in on top of funnel, middle of funnel, bottom of funnel. But for the purposes of the app dating game, I opted for the more elaborate, shall we say, funnel to kind of show the different levels and what you can do to make sure that you have a marketing tactic in place for each. So now let's start with awareness. The awareness level or phase really focuses on getting new eyes and getting new customers to start this journey all the way down to your funnel. So these are the folks that don't know much about your business. They're cold leads, as you might call them. So they don't know you. They're not referrals. They are literally just complete strangers finding out about your business for the first time. So let's call this, in the dating app world, swiping left or right. So if you've ever used a dating app, you receive a bunch of prospects, prospective mates, I guess, on this dating app. And you could either swipe left or swipe right? So you've never met these people before. You are solely basing your actions on if you like their picture, if you like their personality write-up, all of those things that have nothing to really do with their core values or anything like that. You're seriously just basing it off of an image, a photo, and a quick few words. That's essentially what we're talking about here with awareness. So with these marketing tactics, you really have to be on point, right? So you really have to show your value because these folks are complete strangers. They've never seen your business before, and they're going to make a split-second decision whether or not they're going to swipe left or swipe right. So some examples of awareness marketing could be a Facebook ad, for instance. A Facebook ad allows you to really target your ideal audience, and these folks a lot of the times have never heard of your business before, right? So a really eye-catching ad, some great copy to pair with the ad, that's what's going to make that person either decide to click the button to learn more or to keep scrolling. Okay, so that is an example of an awareness play. And in dating app world, this is the phase where you either decide to swipe left or swipe right. The next phase is consideration. So consideration is, you've piqued their interest, right? You saw the Facebook ad and you like it. So now you want to learn more, right? So in the dating app world, this is called let's DM and text. So at this phase in the game, you've decided you guys are both a mutual match. Okay, you like each other. You're interested in each other. Okay, so let's start texting and get to know each other. So when you're pairing that with your marketing funnel, this is when someone clicks follow on your Instagram profile. This is when someone puts their email address into your newsletter sign up. Okay, this is them telling you, hey, I like what you've shown me, but I want to learn more. So it actually takes about 8 touch points for someone to actually convert. So it's not this happily ever after all of a sudden, right? You're building the relationship, you're nurturing it. And this is where great social media content, solid email marketing strategies and email content, these are those tactics that enable you to allow that other person, to allow your audience to get to know you better, okay? You already showed interest in each other, but now this is the time to really show them who you are, what you stand for, and your personality, okay? So this is where you two get to know each other. Conversion. Very self-explanatory. So conversion can be that person decides to buy your high-ticket product, decides to buy your product in general, or engage with you in a discovery call or in a service, okay? That is conversion. And when you're talking about the app dating game, it's your first date, okay? You guys have decided from DM and your text conversations, hey, let's take this a step further. Let's actually make that effort and meet each other. And quote unquote, making that effort on a sales funnel or marketing funnel, in marketing funnel language, is shelling out some cash, right? So that's that conversion, okay? We've decided, hey, we like you. Now let's take it a step further and let me risk a little bit on my end by either agreeing to meet with you, a la the first date, or actually paying for your product or service, or taking giving up some of my time to meet with you on a discovery call. Okay, so the last 2 sections here, loyalty and advocacy, this is what we want, right? This is where we kind of are taking it serious as far as relationship is concerned. So loyalty, self-explanatory again. This is when somebody, right, decides, hey, oh my God, are we official? Let's keep dating. So this is the past the first, second, third date, whatever, however you choose to date. This is when we decide to say we're boyfriend, girlfriend, 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 boyfriend, boyfriend, whatever, okay? You guys have decided you like each other and you want to start a relationship, right? So that is the loyalty phase. You want to keep seeing each other. You want to keep seeing where things go. But what we really, really want, kind of that, pot at the end of the rainbow, is advocacy. With advocacy, not only is your customer or client continuing to keep coming back to you for your products or services, but now they're like one of your loyal fans, right? They want to tell people all about you. They're going to vote for you for best business, right? These are the people that you want because you've shown your value and they want to consistently keep working with you and spreading the word about you. And this is when you all get married. So at this point, you're both committed to each other, you are in love, and you want to see where the road takes you, okay? So this is the funnel a la the app dating game. So we kind of used Facebook ads as an example. So I kind of want to take you through a sample funnel, for instance. So awareness, we got people in through our Facebook ad, okay? So this is where all of the folks have decided to enter this dating journey with us. So they learn more about us, okay, or they know about us. Now they decided, hey, I'm going to go to your profile, follow your social feeds, and also join your email marketing. So now we're talking to each other, okay? We're developing that relationship. And then conversion, maybe your email marketing not only has nurture sequences, but also has sales sequences where you showcase some of your key products, right? Or your sales. So now that person who knew about you from a Facebook ad now has trust in you because you've showcased your values, who you are, what you stand for, the amazingness of your products and services. And now they got an email from you saying that you're having a sale or you're launching a new digital course. So now they decide, hey, I know you enough. I'm going to click buy. Okay? Now they see, oh wow, this digital product, this moisturizer, this lotion, this soap, this course that I just purchased from this person really works. I love it. So now I'm going to keep purchasing more digital products from you, more courses, more soaps, more candles. Now I'm a loyal customer. And then lastly, advocacy. You know what? I love you so much, I'm going to write a raving review. Or I'm going to tell my other friends to go check you out or go take you up as a business coach. Okay? So that is how the marketing funnel works. Now, what you can see here, guys, is if one element of this marketing funnel is not present, this happy let's get married probably won't happen. And here's why. So let's say you have people coming in from a Facebook ad and awareness, or all of your marketing tactics are only living here in this awareness section. That means you're missing consideration. This is where your audience gets to know you better. This is where that trust builds. So you're going to be getting all of these cold leads, right? You're going to be getting all of these eyes looking at your content, but if you're not nurturing that relationship, you're never going to get to conversion, right? Now, in the same vein, if you have awareness and then you have consideration, but you don't have great customer service, or you don't answer your emails, or you don't provide easy pricing structure or an easy way for people to purchase your product, it's going to be more difficult for them to convert. So do you have those systems in place? Now, loyalty. You have all of these things and people purchase your product. Now, do you check in with your current customers? Do you provide a loyalty program? Do you provide memberships? Do you provide email marketing where you are consistently top of mind so that they remember to buy again? Right? And then advocacy. Do you give people the opportunity to refer you? Do you have referral programs? Do you keep in contact with people who have been loyal customers? Do you reward them for their advocacy and for their positive reviews? Okay, so these are things that you have to keep in mind, that you can't just focus on one level. You really need to make sure that each level of the marketing funnel has matching tactics that ensure that your customer, wherever they are in this phase, are getting what they need from your business or your brand. Now, in order to find your happily ever after, you must invest the time and commitment to nurturing the relationship. Now, this is really, really important. I think a huge disconnect is people are investing a ton of money, a ton of resources to awareness plays. So those are Facebook ads, Google ads, all of those things that bring new eyes to your brand quickly. but then they forget about everything else. Okay, just as we're talking about, a dating relationship, you really need to be committed to nurturing it. You can't just say, hey, this is me, and then forget about the person. Is your website up to date? Do you have really consistent and compelling social media content? These are some things that are really, really essential in nurturing the relationships that you have for those cold leads. Okay, in order to make them warm leads and hot leads, it's important to nurture that relationship. Now, a lot of small business owners that I know can kind of advocate or love this idea, the idea of the marketing funnel, but then they get scared because they say, oh my gosh, that's a lot of tactics. That's a lot to do. I do not have the budget of a Fortune 500 company to tap into all of the tactics that are out there. But it's important for you all to know that you can find your Prince Charming or Princess without having the royal family's budget. You just have to be crafty, strategic, and thoughtful with all of the marketing tactics that you employ. And you have to make sure that it's within your bandwidth, that you're not overextending yourself to the point where you're overwhelmed and can't execute everything consistently and thoughtfully. All right, so let's get strategic. Step 1, research your audience's habits. Now, when I say research your habits, I'm talking about data. I don't want you to guess. I don't want you to sit back and say, well, I do get a lot of comments on Instagram, so I'm just going to focus on Instagram. It's important for you as a business to look at your numbers. So if you have social media, look at those analytics, right? Do you get a lot of engagement on Pinterest? Do you get a lot of engagement on your Facebook? If not, take those tactics or those platforms, out of the mix. Okay? Look at your purchase data. How many people tend to purchase from you? How do they hear from you? Does your audience live? Which platforms do they frequent? These are important things to keep in mind when you're building your marketing plan to fit the funnel, okay? It's important to know where your people are. Step 2, create a plan. So now that you see what your audience habits are, where they live, where you notice you get a majority of your business from, now you want to focus on the tactics that really target each dating phase. So look at all of your data, look at all the tactics that are out there that you're interested in or that your people are currently frequenting, and decide what tactics will move the needle. Okay, you select a tactic. Where does this tactic fit within the marketing funnel? And if you notice gaps, or if you notice that all of your current marketing is either focused on awareness or consideration, and you're seeing places where you don't have marketing things in place that target those customers, then make sure you create them. Okay? But it's important that you know when to delegate. Okay? As I mentioned earlier, make sure you're doing things that you have the time and capacity for, but you're doing things smart. So you're making sure that you have tactics in place for each funnel, but you're making sure you're driving people to those specific tactics. You're not just picking tactics just for the heck of picking them when your people aren't in those are not on those particular platforms. You don't have to do everything. You just have to make sure that what you're doing aligns with where your audiences are and also aligns with the marketing funnel. So you have something in place for awareness. You have something in place for consideration. You have something in place for conversion, loyalty, and advocacy. You have a campaign, a tactic, a platform, whatever you want to call it, that's going to speak to those customers who are living or residing within that particular phase of the funnel. Okay? And if you can only handle so much, then it really is key for you to delegate, whether it's someone else on your team, a freelancer, an agency, a contractor, whatever you need or fits within your budget. It's important that you have something in place for each phase of the marketing funnel. Otherwise, you're losing those potential customers and clients because you're not nurturing that relationship and leading them down the funnel to hopefully become your loyal advocates. So it's really important for you to not only do research, base it off of data to create a plan, but focus on tactics within that plan that really target each level of the funnel or each dating phase. And last but not least, if you are overwhelmed, if there's too much for you to do, even after you really focused your tactics, make sure you have the help in place so that you have something for each phase of the funnel and not one phase is left out into the dust. Okay, so hopefully that helps you guys with understanding what is a marketing funnel and what are some tactics that are that fit within each phase. Now, if you have any additional questions, make sure you get in touch with us at Halcon Marketing. You can either call us, email us, go to our website, or check us out on Instagram for more marketing tips. But again, small business owners out there, it's important to know about the marketing funnel, and it's even more important to make sure that you implement it within your own business so that you have those loyal advocates and you keep getting those referrals. Thank you all so much, and talk to you soon.